Antonio. I'm 19 years old. I do asphalt.
Hey guys, I'm at work. It's 4:41 and I leave at 5, so I gotta hurry up and get this wheel liner in.
A career in skilled trade jobs is becoming a hit amongst the unlikeliest demo, Gen Z.
I agree, as it should be, because you have to look at the average cost of schooling. How much does school even cost? How much does college cost? Because it makes sense to go into a trade, especially coming out of high school, if you don't know what you want to do. Take your time once you graduate, because don't just go straight to college, because that is what you're supposed to do, because you're going to come out with a lot of debt, especially if you do all 4 years. The average cost of your first year in a university is between $29,000 and $62,000 per year. So imagine if you paid the low of $29,000 and you got that all in student loans. So Sallie Mae or whatever, Freddie Mac, whatever, and it's all student loans. You're paying $30, $60, $90, $120,000 to finish 4 years of school. That is insane. And imagine it's something that you're not even super passionate about, or something that doesn't have a high earning potential. You have $120,000 and you're working a job as HR. You're working a job where you don't make $120,000, or you may never make $120,000. So you have to be careful when going to college and getting a degree that does not make a decent amount of money, or close to as much money as you should be making, so you can pay off this loan that you're going to have. So it makes sense to go to trade school. How much is trade school? I'm sure it depends on what trade you're going to school for, but the average cost for trade school is around $15,000 per year, though very significantly based on the program. So depending on what program you're going to, depending on how much you're going to be paying. So some programs are $2,500, $3,800 a year. It depends on what program you're doing, but that is still way cheaper than going to college, and you're going to come out making good money. I know some people that make really good money that have a trades, whether it's plumbing, electricians, always in need, because we're always building. We always have some kind of high-rise apartment, some kind of building that's being put up, and we're going to need plumbers, electricians, HVACs. All those trades are going to be very important, and they're going to be needed. I feel like you'll never be out of job if you go to trade school. They may not be the cleanest jobs. You're going to come home, maybe your back hurts a little bit, maybe your fingers are a little numb. I don't know. I never worked a trade, but I know that some of these trades can be very exhausting on the body, depending on what it is. And some have long hours, but you're going to get compensated well for the work that you're doing.
Day in the life of a 20-year-old HVAC technician. Let's go.
Yeah, 20 years old, man.
Trades are such a even playing field. As long as you know what you're doing, you have the experience, and you have the ambition, you could really go anywhere in this trade.
Yep.
18 to 28-year-old electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs, and more are increasingly choosing careers where they have to learn a hard skill and use their hands, because they say it provides.
See, this is not working in tech. This is not working behind a desk. This is working in the field, in the elements, using your hands, using your body, using your leverage on things, picking things up, putting things down. It's definitely most likely not the easiest job when it comes to trades. But like I said, you're going to get compensated well, and you're going to definitely have a job, because we need more people like this, especially with the older people probably retiring soon. We're going to need more and more young people to get into these trades.
Stability without going into major debt.
You can never lose a trade education. It's something you can always fall back onto.
Best thing that ever happened to me, so my experience is going good.
Let's do a quick welding job for some cash.
And many of them are turning to social media to share the ins and outs of their day jobs, garnering millions of views.
Yeah.
Be able to inspire people, make them do better for themselves.
I found passion helping others through TikTok.
You might see her on a college campus. No, she went to trade school. You can start your own business and fix people's plumbing problems or their HVAC issues, and you can just go anywhere with trades. I mean, it's crazy. You can get maybe government contracts. Like, who knows what you can do? You have these skills that not everyone has. Like, I don't have the skills to fix a lot of things in this house. I can do the simple stuff when it comes to plumbing, but I'm not messing with electricity. I'm not messing with none of that stuff. I'm gonna call me an electrician that went to trade school, that started his own business. It could be a young guy. There's a young guy that came the other day to fix a toilet. He had his own business through Thumbtack. So trades is a great way to go. And also, I'm sure a lot of people see on social media, and even parents nowadays are more educated on the fact that, hey, maybe you don't have to go to college, because we see people posting, they have $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 in debt, and they might not be working in the field that they got that debt in. They might be working in the field where they got the education in.
in the trade.
Amid skyrocketing tuition costs for more traditional colleges and
Bro,
fears
so
of job
crazy.
security in white-collar roles, alongside the threat of AI, trade school enrollment is on the rise, with Gen Z leading the charge.
Bro, AI can't replace a plumber. It can't replace an electrician. It's not going to put in, the wires or put in the pipes in the ground. It's never going to do that. So this is something that's definitely protected by AI. I believe so.
You don't have to go to college to be successful.
Nope.
The number of people ages 17 to 21 with 2-year vocational degrees last year hit its highest level in more than 3 decades, doubling the rate in the year 2000.
I started out at a university. They shut down. Cost was too much, wasn't worth it. I wanted an essential job, like most Gen Zs, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Transitioned into trade school.
And the reason why? There's a high demand for skilled workers, but not enough people to fill the roles. There are millions of unfilled trade jobs, and according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are roughly 500,000 open manufacturing jobs alone.
Bro, 500,000 jobs out there, and we see people getting laid off. They're saying there's more people looking for jobs than there are actually jobs. So get a trade. I mean, even if you have to take out a student loan for trade school, and it's $15,000, you're going to come out probably making $60,000. And then as time goes on, as you get more experience, you're going to be making more money, and you could pay that loan off within probably a year if you lower your expenses.
And some estimates expect that number to balloon to more than 2 million by 2030.
Wow, that's so crazy.
So Gen Z, in many ways, is filling the gap.
The average age of the class is becoming younger.
Chad Phillips teaches a 3-week course at Fred's Appliance Academy in Ohio, where students travel from all over the country to learn to fix kitchen appliances.
One of the biggest things I would get from the students is that they desire to be hands-on. They don't want to sit in an office or a cubicle and do that type of work.
While many people think AI is going to hurt the future of work across industries, some experts believe it could be a good thing for the trades.
AI is going to help, not hurt, these categories. It's going to do a lot of the work that, again, people don't love doing.
Marco Zappacosta in 2018 founded Thumbtack, a platform that connects hundreds of thousands of pros to homeowners in need of home maintenance. And he's been writing about Gen Z and trade jobs for the last year, and says the role of social media cannot be understated.
2 out of 3 Gen Zers are saying that social media's increased their interest in the trades.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like influencing them more than like teachers, siblings, extended family.
What made you?
And I'm doing a video right here. Maybe someone that's watching never even thought about trade school, and they're 17 years old. They might be 25 years old, and they don't know what they want to do. But now they see this video, or they saw some social media posts about some young person that entered the trade that only paid $4,000 to $10,000 to learn this trade, is now working a job making $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, maybe even $100,000 already. So I mean, look into it, guys. Like, I would do this. If I ever got laid off from my job, I would go to Walmart, or I go get me a trade. I don't know which trade. I'm going to go learn. I'm going to go see what I'm more passionate about, do my research. I'm going to go join a trade school. I might have to take out a loan. And, it is what it is. I got to make sure I finish, put in the effort, put in the work so I can pass so that loan is not wasted.
You want to share a bit of your journey on social media and TikTok?
Just want to get my face out there and just show the younger generation that it don't always have to be college. You can go to trade and you can make a good living.
Just to show like the next generation, like I'm 18, 19, 20 years old in these videos, and I could do it. You guys could do it. There's nothing that I did was special.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, anyone can do this. They're accepting people left and right, obviously, because there's a need for trade. There's a need for people that have these abilities, that have these specialties, and they're going to pay you accordingly. I know someone who makes more than I do, and I have a college degree, and it's not even guaranteed you're gonna make money with a college degree, but that's just kind of the route. You go to college, you get your degree, and then you join the workforce. But honestly, a lot of people are getting degrees and not getting jobs. I was lucky enough to get a job right out of college. Well, I wouldn't say luck, but I was focused enough, and I looked and I did my research, and I literally graduated in December, and I had a job by January. So I had a career, a decent career job. Of course, I ended up leveling up and going somewhere else, but I had a decent career job by January, so only a few months. But yeah, school is not the only way to go. Take it from me personally, school is a great path if you know what you want to do. And if you're going for a degree that makes good money, but you have to factor in how much you're going to have in student loans compared to how much you're going to make from the job. So, you know, you might go to school and come out with $100,000 of loans, but you're a social worker, or you go to school for an art degree. And there's not really many jobs that you can get with an art degree. So there's like, you know, you have to have this balance of how much your student loan is going to be compared to your earning potential. And I think that going to trade school and having a trade, having the skill is very important. And it's something that people should definitely look into more. And I'm just telling, you know, anybody that doesn't have an idea of what they want to do, look into trade school. Look into trade school, get yourself a loan, you know, finish your 1 to 2 years or however long trade school is, and get out here in the workforce. You can probably live anywhere you want to live because, like I said, they're building everywhere. There are HVAC systems everywhere. There's electricity being put in buildings everywhere. There's plumbing being put in buildings and houses everywhere. So it's always going to be around. And I think it's a very valid career path to go down. So let me know what you guys think about the video. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video.